I just bought my first Magic collection of 2025. I think it's my 7th since last year, maybe my 10th all time. There was some pretty good stuff in this collection. Let's talk about it. I've talked about buying collections on here a whole bunch recently, and this one wasn't that different. I tried to follow the same rules that I usually follow. Cards that are $6 or more tend to be kind of the baseline. Cards that are $10 or more are really the sweet spot. High-end reserve list staples like Dual Lands, Gaia's Cradles, Mox Diamonds, that's always going to fetch the highest premium. And generally speaking, if they're playable, you can hardly ever go wrong buying lands, whether they're on the reserve list or not. Fetches, Shocks, Triomes, Mana Confluence, City of Brass, anything like that. These days I tend to buy everything at like a vendor margin with the intention of holding on to the staples and the best stuff for the decks where I don't have them and then selling off or trading the rest. I'll even buy stuff like Jeweled Lotuses, Mana Crypts, Oxides, whatever. If there's a market for it, there's a market for it. This collection had a lot of stuff you'd expect, but it was actually pretty heavy in secret layers. I would say that I've never bought a collection that had quite this many secret layers. There was just like full sets, foil sets of a whole bunch of them. I was particularly happy to get a lot of these Dan Frazier etched foil signets and talismans. I didn't have almost any of them. The funny thing about buying collections this way is that you can see I'm truly just a Magic nerd that loves my fancy cardboard, because I'll take a bunch of expensive cards out of the collection, put them into decks that I never will take out of decks that I'll never sell, and then I look at the investment on my desk that I'm gonna like trade or resell, and it's worth like 40% less than I paid for it because all that money is now in decks. Not the best business decision, but hopefully over time I'm able to recoup some of the money that I spent on cards that went into decks by trading or selling the rest of the stuff that I don't actually want for decks. Feel free to comment below with any questions, and as always, I'm always buying collections, so feel free to DM me, send me a message here, anywhere else if you are interested in selling your collection.